My topic is complex analysis. Today we will discuss introduction to complex analysis. Till this you have come across what is real analysis in your third semester. That is, real analysis is nothing but it is a branch of mathematics which deals with the studies of real numbers, sequences and series of real numbers. But a complex analysis is it is a branch of mathematics which deals with the studies of complex numbers and their functions. But what is complex number? Complex numbers are always expressed in the form z equal to x plus iy. It is called as the complex number. Here x and y represents real numbers. Z is called as the complex variable, and here I denotes the imaginary number or imaginary unit. Here first part is called as the real part of the z, which is denoted by real of z, and the second part is denoted by imaginary of z, which is called as the imaginary part of z. Here value of I is taken as square root of -1. By transferring this square root to the left hand side, we will get I square value as -1. Why I is called as the imaginary number or imaginary unit means because there is no real number having the negative square. Therefore, it is called as the imaginary number. And in the complex number, it is always represented in the form z equal to x plus iy. By putting y value as 0 in this equation, we will get z equal to x. Here x represents the real part of the z. Therefore, it is called as the purely real number. If we will put x as 0, then we will get z equal to I into y, which is called as the purely imaginary number. Let us consider z equal to x plus iy be a complex number, then x minus iy denotes the conjugate of x plus iy, which is denoted by z bar. Next concept is absolute value or modulus value of a complex number. Modulus of a complex number z equal to x plus iy, it is denoted by mod z or mod of x plus iy, because z is equal to x plus iy. It is defined as the mod z is equal to under the square of the real part plus square of the imaginary part. It is also denoted in this form. For example, if they have given z as 6 plus 8 times I, then we have to calculate what is the absolute value or modulus value of a complex number. That is, mod z is equal to under the square root. Here real part is 6 and the imaginary part is 8. Square of 6 plus square of 8, which is equal to under the square root 36 plus 64, which is equal to square root of 100. The value is 10. Next concept is polar representation of a complex number. We have to represent a complex number in the polar form. For that, we have to use Euler's formula, that is e to the power of I theta is equal to cos theta plus I times sin theta. You studied this formula in your 5th semester in numerical analysis under the chapter differential equations. We have to make use of Euler's formula to represent complex number in the polar form. Let us consider P of xy be any point in the complex plane. Here r denotes the hypotenuse and theta is the angle. X and y denotes the x-axis and y-axis respectively. Let us represent z is equal to x plus iy. Here we have considered P of xy. It is in the Cartesian form, but we have to represent the complex number in the polar form, that is P of r theta. Here x is equal to r times cos theta and y is equal to r times sin theta. By using this, we got r as square root of x square plus y square and theta as tan inverse of y by x. Why x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta? Because we know that cos theta is nothing but adjacent by hypotenuse. Here adjacent side for the theta is x and hypotenuse is r. We are getting cos theta is equal to x divided by r. Therefore, by transferring r to the left hand side, we get x is equal to r times cos theta. This implies x is nothing but r times cos theta. And also we know that sin theta is nothing but it is opposite by hypotenuse. Here the side which is opposite to our angle theta is y. It is y divided by r. This implies y is nothing but r times sin theta. Now by using these two equations we have to calculate what are the values of r as well as theta. Let us consider x square plus y square. Here x is r times cos theta and y is r times sin theta. X square is nothing but r square cos square theta. Y square is nothing but r square sin square theta. Here r square is common, take it outside. It is nothing but inside the bracket cos square theta plus sin square theta. And we know that cos square theta plus sin square theta is nothing but it is 1. Therefore, we are getting x square plus y square value as r square. Therefore, which is nothing but r value as transferring that square on the left hand side, we will get r value as square root of x square plus y square. Similarly, we have to calculate what is the value of theta. For that, consider y by x. Y is nothing but r times sin theta and x is nothing but r times cos theta. R will get cancelled. We know that sin theta by cos theta is nothing but tan theta. We are getting tan theta value as y by x. Therefore, theta is nothing but tan inverse of y by x. We have to substitute all these equations in the equation number 1. I will represent z is equal to x plus iy as equation number 1. 14 1 z is equal to x is nothing but r times cos theta plus I times y is nothing but r times sin theta. Here r is common, take it outside. Inside the bracket cos theta plus I times sin theta. We know that by Euler's formula cos theta plus I times sin theta is nothing but e to the power I theta. We are getting z value as r into e to the power I theta. This is the polar representation of a complex number.